Family, shit's getting real. Between the human trafficking, the murdering of our children, the police killing us at will, private citizens calling the police and killing us at will. We got Republicans and Democrats coming at us at every turn. Shit's getting real. And we don't have time to not recognize our enemies, foreign and domestic. And this video is about some domestic enemies that look like us.
The book Winch. My wife had that book. Winch was actually a good book. It was heavy. Winch was a good book. And it was written as a novel, but the thing about the book Winch, it talked about some things that really existed, like a place up in Ohio where white slave owners would take their bed winches.
I remember Dolly Rose was a remarkable beauty, the kind of quadroon who had given the Salle d'Orleans its fame. The dances she held were legendary, and white men came from all over to embrace the beautiful women of color who lived in her elegant home.
Madame Dolly, the two girls I mentioned are here.
The one in the bonnet. Send her up.
Oui, madame.
Take off your shawl. Pull your hair back. What is your name?
Shireen.
Shireen. It's pretty. How old are you, Shireen?
19, madame.
19. You will be safe here, Shireen.
Merci, madame.
It's all quite formal. They're chaperoned by older women, mothers, aunts, grandmothers. They size you up, decide if you have the means to keep them in style.
Matchmakers.
Very capable businesswomen. They guard their assets like the crown jewels.
Extraordinary.
It's called passage. Promises, rituals, and long-term means. You won't see one of these beauties alone until you've set them up. Bonjour, Marcel. Bonjour, Marcel. Zazu, look after my son. Yes. And you too, Lisette. Protect him the way that I protect you and your mother.
He needs more than a slave girl's protection, monsieur.
He's my son. He'll be a gentleman, a man of property. He'll have the best of everything.
Except your name?
He has freedom. More important than any name.
Here. In New Orleans, where there are thousands more like him. But only here. If he leaves, he'll face the same prejudice people of color have faced since the first slave ship left Africa.
I cannot give him my name.
You can give him Paris.
He's a little young for Paris, you see.
When the time comes. When he's 18.
We'll see.
Paris is different, monsieur. Color doesn't matter there. His freedom will be complete. I want that for him. Promise me you'll send him to Paris.
I promise. When he's 18, our son, Marcel, will go to Paris.
For 4 years. A proper education.
I'll deposit money in the bank for him.
At once.
Would you take it out of my pockets?
She would take a pledge written in blood.
A contract drawn up by your attorney will do, monsieur. I should have it to review by week's end.
Stop it.
It's a beautiful name. Marcel.
The Chihuahua House. They created a college up there in Ohio called Wilberforce, and it was a college for the children of white slave owners and bedouin slave women. That's what it was for. W.E.B. Du Bois, I think he taught up there. Another thing, Howard University. What's up, Gooch the Great? How you doing, family? Howard University was created for the children of bedwenches and white slave owners, too. Y'all look that up. Howard University was created for the children of bedwenches and white slave owners. That's why that Boule thing is real heavy around Howard University in D.C. You understand?
I don't think I could bring anything to a marriage.
You bring a gentleman's education, a gentleman's honor and breeding, that would be quite enough. Marcel, it's a small community. We have intermarried over and over, cousin to cousin, perhaps too much. Everyone would favor the match. You could have your own home, be the master of your own land. Think about it.
Dr. King was Boule. Jesse Jackson is Boule. Sharpton is Boule. Earl Graves, Black Enterprise, he's Boule. You dig? Really, yeah, it's really kind of an offshoot of the Blue Vein Society. Most black so-called secret societies, they almost all started off because black people, we ain't got no goddamn secrets. But it started off as the offspring of the white supremacist male. You understand?
You're African girl, daughter of a freed slave. How will you find a better offer? I don't want that life. You want a life with James Lee, who comes to repair the plaster? With Joseph Henri, who feeds your boots for you and calls you Mamselle? Those are good men. Men with money in their pockets. But they're black men. Will they give you a fine house? Will they let you live like a fine lady? No. You won't have anyone to help you in their house. You'll be the slave in their house. You'll work yourself into an old woman, and you'll have black babies that won't ever have any better chance than the one you have now. You don't take this chance, Annabella. You're a fool.
I don't feel anything for him.
Learn.
I love Marcel.
Give up those crazy thoughts, girl. He's Creole.
He loves me.
His destiny has nothing to do with yours. That was carved in stone the day you were born. Take this white man. He crossed the line for you. It's accepted. But your Creole boy will never give up what he's been born to. You must accept that.
That's how most of them started off. It started off with them being the offspring of the white supremacist male, and these mulatto Negroes did not want to associate themselves with black people, and they were not allowed to be associated with white society, so they formed their own secret societies.
Just told the parish police jury that I done right by you all these years, then they could vote to set me free.
Pray he gets up from that sick bed. Pray.
Madame, I
know what you were doing, and if you hound him anymore, so help me God, I'll sell you on the block. I'll sell you myself into the fields.
Sir, it's a good crop. We should be picking until January at least.
They'll be picking.
Yes, but this is a human plantation share. You know that.
I know I live in luxury, while their backs are but broken beneath the weight of bags and bales.
And what would you have me do about that?
I don't know. But I know why the people of Saint-Domingue did what they did.
Saint-Domingue was a French colony on the Caribbean island of Hispaniola from 1659 to 1804, what is now Haiti.
Why those books are filled with pages and pages of blood and fire.
And you're worried the same thing will happen here?
Could it?
Never. But we will always live in the shadow of those times. That's why I wanted you to read about them.
How do we live in the shadow of them?
This movie is about the descendants of the black collaborators that were able to escape Haiti during the Haitian Revolution to New Orleans and their presence here in the United States.
That sort of uprising terrifies the whites in the southern states. And each year, the abolition forces grow more powerful in the north. As a result, more restrictions are placed against the Creole gens de Cueilleur Libre. More laws are passed against us.
Then how can we be sure it won't happen?
Because this is a different country, Cher. It's gone a different way. Slaves have been bred generation upon generation, domesticated by a system far too subtle and efficient to commit blatant atrocity. No, Cher. That will not happen here, because we have ground them utterly and completely into the dust.
And historically, some of these niggas have been very dangerous. Now, Roland has admitted to being Boule. Many times, Roland admits to being Boule.
But I got to say this here. These black people who are not Blexic, who I see on Twitter and on YouTube and Facebook and Periscope saying some of the most dumbass stuff I've ever heard in my life by saying, well, I'm fine for another 4 years of Trump. They have no idea what he is doing to the federal bench. They have no idea that when you talk about filing a lawsuit and based upon who that judge is, you're not going to have a shot. If you're pissed off at our lead story, Stephon Clark, as well as Terrence Crutcher, guess what? It's a Trump Department of Justice.
Again, Skip Gates is Boule.
Like 75,000 people or something. And she announced that she just had the test and that she was Zulu. So it broke on CNN. I was sitting in my living room minding my own business and said, Oprah Winfrey's a Zulu. So I called Rick Kittles. And I said, Rick, did you tell Oprah she was a Zulu? He goes, no, man. She made that up herself. It's a true story. It's a true story. I would lie to make you laugh, but I'm telling you a true story. So I said, Rick, are you in your lab? He said, yeah. I said, is anybody there? He said, no. I said, when the results come in, make her Zulu, man. You know? I said, you back there making it up anyway. Don't nobody believe you could take some spit and figure out a tribe? What are you, crazy?
The Roots, Ebony, all that, those are Boule publications. And the problem with the Boule, number one, the Boule oftentimes will do the bidding of the white supremacist society. They don't like niggas from grassroots movements. Black men who rise up from a grassroots movement, they don't like them because that's their job. Yes, Hidden Colors has exposed many publications. Most of those old black media publications are Boule run. Most of those black radio stations in your city used to be run by Boule until a lot of these major corporations started to gobble up these stations. But the Boule, they run all of these publications out here, or the old black publications and the old black media. There's some riders. You have a few in the mix, but the coons are the most domineering force. And to understand, some of these Boule cats and some people from the links, they'll talk black, they'll talk civil rights, they'll talk it up. Some of them will talk up a real good game as far as civil rights, but they know how to pepper their words the right way. They know how not to go too far. What they'll do, they'll talk enough so that white mommy and white daddy will give them money to shut up. They'll talk enough so that white mommy and white daddy will give them a couple of dollars so they won't be too vocal about racial injustice. You understand? So they are appointed to being the black leaders of black society by them. When somebody comes out telling you that there's a black leader, most of the time it's somebody from the Boule. Whenever they come out and telling you that they got a black judge or a black prosecutor that they done pushed out there, it's Boule.
Hey, we let that fella get that seat to show that, you know, we're pretty nice people, basically. But that little demonstration was just that, a demonstration. We don't intend for that to take root. You know, we don't intend for you people to get any ideas that racism is not the basis for what we believe in, because it is. It's the only thing that we believe in, because it's the only workable, most successful government, the government of racism, that has lasted so long and run in an efficient manner. Now, we will, you know, tip our hats to you people every now and then and let you find a little opening here where you can demonstrate to us that we have done a pretty good job of raising you.
The D is silent.
But don't get carried away. Don't think that you're qualified to tell white people what to do, because you're not. Because we taught you, you didn't teach us. Fella, just shut up. What did he keep telling the empty chair? Shut up.
Yes.
You know, don't say anything else. You talk too much anyway. You've had your say. We've let you come. We've let you warm the seat. We've let you drive around, ride around in limousines to get the feel of it, know how it's like. You can go out and tell all your other people, black people, all your little pickaninnies, what life is like in the White House and whatnot. Now, get back to the plantation where you belong. We have always given our Negroes watermelon day out of 1 year on the plantation. We used to do that. Let all the people from the slave shacks come up and throw watermelon rinds all over the tailored lawns of the big house. It would be, we're just going to extend it a little further, because one thing, we want to do a whole bunch of damage, mainly put hits on people, mostly black people, on his watch, so that history will record. What was that black president known for? Well, he really didn't do anything about money. He didn't hardly have any competence about getting anything done, but he helped us to kill a lot of people. That would be the record. I think that's the aim of the white supremacists for Mr. Obama's record. Oh, yeah, well, now when it came to putting hits on people, in fact, we can always use them to do some droning now, you know. Hey, if you want to be a successful black person, we got some droning we want you to do. We got some people we think ought to be dead. So we don't want to have a record of killing people ourselves all the time. We want black people to be known to be excellent hitmen.